All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited to share some information with you from our colleges and universities joining. This is session B6, so these are the institutions that you will be hearing from. So we are very excited to get that information. Just a few housekeeping items before we jump into those presentations. You can ask questions during this Zoom webinar by utilizing the Q&A function. Make sure you address those specifically to the college or institution that you are wanting to hear from, and then your camera and microphone are off. So using that Q&A function is really going to be the best way for you to communicate with us this evening. There are additional sessions happening the following hour, so you can sign up for those, as well as access recordings of this session and others by visiting strivescan.com/Ohio. So without any further ado, we are now going to hear from our first institution, which is Edinboro University. And you are muted.
Hi, this is Rena McCartney, and I'm excited to share with you a presentation, if I can bring it up. Well, I'll just talk to you about Edinboro University. Edinboro University is a four-year public institution. We're located in the northwestern corner of the state. We're about 20 miles south of Erie, PA. We're just within a 2-hour radius from Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Buffalo areas. What's really nice about Edinboro is that we're a small knit community, and we have about 4,300 overall students at Edinboro, and that's including both our undergraduate and our graduate population. Some of our popular majors that we offer for students is art. We're ranked nationally for our animation and cinema program. We also have graphic interactive design, painting, woodworking, metalsmithing, so a lot of concentrations in art. We're also really known for our nursing program. We offer the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, along with a lot of our health sciences programs, like our pre-professional, pre-medical program, pre-dental, pre-optometry. We also offer exercise science, criminal justice. So we have a variety of majors. So I would say we have something for everyone. What's nice, we have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So you really get to know your professors at Edinboro and the students in your classes. If you're currently a senior in high school joining us tonight, we are still taking applications for the fall 2021 semester. But if you're a junior joining us, just to make you aware that you'll be able to apply starting July 1st on our website at edinboro.edu. Or you can apply also using Common Application, and those will open to you if you're a junior on August 1st. This year, what we're looking for in a student is for you to, after you apply, is to submit your high school transcript, and we are going test optional for the fall 2021 and fall of 2022 classes. So just to make you aware of that. Like I said, Edinboro, it's a great university where you really get to know your professors. People are friendly. We offer a lot of resources you can take advantage of, from our career development office to our study abroad office. We also have just a lot of help for you. We have academic advisors, academic success counselors that will actually set up your first semester schedule. So you're never alone at Edinboro. Again, we're here to help you. Our goal is to bring you in and get you out in 4 years working in your career path, or maybe going on to graduate school. So again, as one of the admissions counselors in the undergraduate admissions office at Edinboro University, I hope you definitely come check us out. We offer a variety of visits. We're offering in-person visits currently, and we will be opening in the fall. So if you'd like to come visit, we'd love to have you visit in the fall of the year. To schedule a visit, you just go to edinboro.edu and click on the visit button, and we have a variety of visits you can register for. So again, I hope to see you on campus, and I wish you all the best in your college search process. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much to Edinboro University. And just as a reminder to those of you joining, please utilize that Q&A function if you have any questions for our institutions joining us. Moving right along, we are now going to hear from Messiah University.
Hello, thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight. I'm glad to be here talking to you about Messiah University. My name is Chad Muse. That is my contact information that you see down in that bottom right-hand corner. That's my cell phone and my email. I am the admissions counselor who works with all students from Ohio and then about the surrounding, 20 states west of that. Definitely would love to connect with you if you have any questions or if I bring anything up that you may want to know more about. Messiah University is located in just south of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in Grantham, PA. Harrisburg, for those of you who maybe haven't spent as much time in Pennsylvania, is about 3 hours east of Pittsburgh, about 2 hours west of Philadelphia. Messiah University is a Christian liberal arts university, specifically trying to develop and grow men and women towards maturity of intellect, character, and Christian faith. One of the things that I always want to emphasize in that is not three separate areas where when you're in the classroom, you grow in intellect, and when you play sport or you're a member of the theater, or when you're in chapel, you grow in faith. It's everything you interact with at Messiah. The goal is to help you grow in all three of those areas in preparation for lives of service, leadership, and reconciliation. Messiah has about 2,700 students, and on a traditional year, we have about 80 to 85% of our students living on campus, and that's through all 4 years. This year, we're at about 75% of our students living on campus. We have just over 80 different majors to offer and lots of different ways to integrate those programs together, depending on what your interests and goals are. We have a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio with an average class size of 20 students. This gives you a really good chance to get to know your professors, but also one of the exciting things is the opportunity for your professors to really get to know you. So not just Chad as a student, but Chad as a person. So beyond what my classroom interests are, what are my personal interests? And that's just a great relationship to be able to build with your professors. One of the exciting opportunities you have as a student at Messiah is study abroad, both semester long and 3-week cross-cultural at the end of your spring semester opportunities. And any given year, we have about 20% of our students participating in study abroad, and just over half of our students by the time they graduate will have participated in a study abroad program. And you can see from that map, there are places really far away and pretty close. So lots of different ways to get learning outside of the classroom done. At Messiah, if we have to put you in a classroom to learn, we believe we failed you. Outside of the classroom, there are a ton of different clubs and organizations to participate in. This gives you a great opportunity to meet students outside of your major, outside of your residence hall. And one of the great things about the class size at Messiah is that we're a large enough school to offer lots of different bands, theater productions, clubs, interest-based clubs, service-based clubs. Yet at the same time, we are not specifically so large that you have to be a music major to be part of the Wind Symphony, or you have to be a theater major to audition for the major productions. There's all kinds of different ways that you can integrate your interests while still pursuing the studies you want to pursue. At Messiah, we have a number of different athletics, and we compete in the Division III Mid-Atlantic Conference. We have had 31 national titles since 2000, and it's a really exciting and electric atmosphere if you want to be part of the athletics environment, either as a student athlete or as a fan. Beyond that, we have lots of great facilities if you're just interested in staying active, as well as a number of club and intramural teams for you to participate in. That last key component I brought up was development of spiritual life. And at Messiah, we tie spiritual life and service together as well, whether that's specifically with chapels and the opportunity to have intentional time set aside in your week to come together as a community of believers, or whether it's things like Powerhouse, which you see right up there on the screen, which is a great opportunity just for students to come together. It's a student-led worship night. and all kinds of students will interact with each other on different levels of faith, ultimately because they chose a community that was intentionally integrating their faith with their education, their athletics, and everything else they get involved with. If you're interested in applying, we're on rolling admission, meaning you are still more than welcome to start your application now. If you are a senior. However, for juniors and beyond, know that Messiah's application opens on July 1st, and the Common App, which we're also on, opens on August 1st. We usually start releasing decisions sometime in the 3rd or 4th week of August, and we'll move you right on through there. If you have questions about whether we'll remain test optional, it looks like we'll remain test optional in most of our majors. But about what scores should look like, or what different opportunities may be presented to you based off your test scores, based off of your GPA and the types of courses you're taking, whether it's for transfer credits or just difficulty of curriculum, do not hesitate at all to reach out to me. Again, there's my contact information. That's my cell phone number, and that's my email address. We are open for visits. We have a few small visit events that are available for you as well. Let me know if I can help in any way. I'm so glad that you spent some time with us tonight, and hopefully I look forward to connecting with you soon.
Great. Thank you so much to Messiah University for spending some time with us this evening. And moving right along, we are now going to hear from Moravian College. Dawn, I think you're still muted and the video's off. I don't know.
Okay, great. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, just not see you. On the bottom of your screen, there should be an icon that says Start Video.
And okay.
All
Can you
right.
hear me now?
You're good to go.
Thank you. Good evening, people. My name is Tom Beck. I'm an admissions counselor for Moravian College. Some things about Moravian that I want you to know in about 6 minutes or so is the fact that Moravian College is the 6th in the United States. We were founded in 1742. We're located in Bethlehem, PA, which is in the heart of the Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from Philadelphia, to the north of Philadelphia. And we're about an hour and 15 minutes away from New York City. And we're about maybe 3.5 hours to 4 hours from Washington, D.C. There's a lot of great opportunities for a lot of educational experiences where we are located, in the Lehigh Valley of Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton, PA. Back in the middle, as far as I said, in Bethlehem, PA. We were founded in 1742 by a young lady, Countess Benigna von Zinzendorf, and she created it, first of all, as a boarding school for women. And her father, Count Nicholas von Zinzendorf, he actually founded the city of Bethlehem 41, and on Christmas Eve. And so therefore, we are called in Bethlehem, PA, the Christmas City, because of course, the date that was founded by Nicholas von Zinzendorf. Moravian is very much a liberal arts college. That is the heart and soul of who we are. We have about 2,000 undergraduate students altogether, and with international students and graduate students, because we have about 2,500 students on campus, most of the time. As far as some of our popular majors that we do have right now, the #1 major at Moravian is nursing. So if any students out there are quite interested in nursing, popular program, and of course, I think a very noble program for anyone who certainly gets involved in it. We're connected with St. Luke's with St. Luke's Hospital in Bethlehem, PA. That's where a lot of our students do their practicums over there, and they certainly enjoy the opportunity to do so. We also have occupational therapy. Occupational therapy, we were one of only 4 programs in the entire United States that was offering the doctorate of occupational therapy a couple of years ago when our program was first established. And we're very proud of those programs as well. And we just built a facility, a health sciences facility 2 years ago. So all of the equipment that we have indeed are top-notch, first-class, and will give you the kind of experiences that you're looking for as far as in the health sciences that we have. As far as other popular programs, of course, we have our psychology, sociology, philosophy, our English and history programs. Again, as far as who we are. Some other things about we were, as I said, founded in 1742, but 1807 is another date that's on our logo. And the reason for that, that a school for men for Moravian was founded in Nazareth, PA. And again, as most early universities, colleges, they were founded as far as religious, as far as for men and women who wanted to, be ministers, missionaries. And so, of course, that was founded in 1807. And it wasn't until 1954 that Moravian College for Men and the Moravian College for Women merged as one in the year, as I said, 1954. Well, we still have some women in our historically who very proud of the Moravian College for Women, and still have a lot of their own particular traditions that are really quite interesting for the history of our colleges. Some things that are very important as well is the fact that Bethlehem, PA has one of the finest downtown areas that you could. And so when you attend Moravian, Main Street has a lot of great restaurants, clothing stores, great opportunities to really get to know the historical nature of Moravian College. One of the other things that I wanted to bring out is the fact that Moravian College is of becoming Moravian University, and that should be accomplished by either the summer or this year. And we're very proud of that fact because since we're the 6th oldest college, we have evolved and grown an awful lot. And having university status will certainly mean more opportunities, larger opportunities for our students in many areas. And so our current president, Dr. Brian Grigsby, did a wonderful job college status into the university level. Certainly at this point, we're very proud of that fact. And one of the things that I just want to tell you that our philosophical founder is John Amos Comenius. And he was a very, at that point in his life, a philosopher and bishop. He, of course, is known as the father of modern education. And his most noted book was called The Great Didactic. And it's a book on, of course, what education should be about for all children from kindergarten, all, the upper levels, 10th through 12th, the high school level as well. And had an influence on us and is a very important part of our history. So if you go to our website and you look at all of the things that we have to offer, seriously, we have programs, and we look for generally students who are very, the hardcore at times, nose of the grindstone. We will grow and develop into people that will certainly be successful and lead quite meaningful lives and be a great contributor to our society. So thank you very much for the opportunity to present to you tonight. If you to answer them, and thank you very much again, and stay safe out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Moravian College for joining us. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to utilize the Q&A function so that you can ask those. Moving right along, we are now going to hear from Slippery Rock University.
Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to join us, and I'm excited to share a little bit about Slippery Rock. First, my name is Samantha Reve, and I'm one of the assistant directors in the Office of Undergraduate Admissions here, as well as a alum. So if any questions from that experience as well, I'm more than happy to talk about my past experience. But I'm just going to share my screen to kind of give a general overview of Slippery Rock University. Slippery Rock University is a public institution located about 50 miles north of Pittsburgh and about an hour south of Erie, as well as about 45 minutes from Youngstown. So that perfect distance of getting away, but still being close to home from the Ohio border. I grew up in Ohio. I'm actually from Twinsburg, Ohio. So it was that perfect distance for me to get away. We are a mid-sized university with a total enrollment of just over 8,800 students with an undergraduate population of 7,500. So again, I felt that was that perfect size, especially for me. It wasn't too big, it wasn't too small, because our average class size is about 25 students with a student to faculty ratio of 21:1. So really gave me that opportunity to connect with my professors as well as connecting with my classmates. On top of the university itself, the community that we are in is absolutely fantastic. The town is on the smaller side, so we're definitely that college town of only about 3,000 people. But once everybody's in session, the town grows to about 10,000. So the support is absolutely incredible. You'll find community members at athletic events, walking campus with their dog, and just here to support everybody through their college process. While you're looking at Slippery Rock University, we do have over 150 different undergraduate majors, anything from education, things in the science world, so biologies and exercise science, your theater and music and dance, criminology. I mean, the list goes on and on. A College of Business, so lots that are happening, so something for everybody, as well as we have over 40 different graduate programs. So if you wish to continue your education at a higher level, we have that easily transition for you. I mentioned that all of our programs, I kind of mentioned some of the colleges, but all of our programs fit within 4 different academic colleges. We have our College of Health, Engineering, and Science, College of Business, College of Education, and our College of Liberal Arts. Every class that you're in, no matter what college you're in, whether it is going to be a major specific course or maybe a liberal arts class, they're always going to be taught by a professor. 92% of our faculty do have PhDs or terminal degrees in their field. So you're always going to be learning from somebody that has had experience and are able to relate that back to what you're learning in the classroom. I always say it's just as important to get involved outside of the classroom as getting involved in the classroom. So we have lots of ways of getting involved outside of that classroom, whether it's joining a student organization for your academic major or something along spirit organization or maybe a nonprofit organization to bring awareness to something. There's always something for everybody, as well as lots of ways within those student organizations to get involved within leadership roles. So one of the organizations I was in as a student that I started my freshman year to my senior year, by the time I was a senior, I was the president over that organization. So really gaining those outside classroom experiences, as well as opportunities to study abroad, overseas, or maybe someplace else in the United States to study. Our students can study abroad for a semester, for a year, or the most popular way our students study abroad is a spring break trip that our faculty led. We are an NCAA Division II athletic university. We have varsity athletics, as well as if you wanted to be involved in maybe club or intramurals, you can do that too. We have a wonderful honors college. Just so you know, it is a separate application. So if that's something of interest, you do need to apply to the university as well as to the honors college. We also have Greek life on campus and lots of ways of getting involved for community service, whether it's a short-term, one-time community service project, long-term, and something that's just continuous. A little bit about housing. We do require all of our first-year students to live on campus, and living on campus, you have two different options as a freshman. You can live in our residential suites or you can live in our traditional halls. There are three major differences between these options. The first major difference is going to be cost. So typically a residential suite is about $3,000 more per year than the suites are about $3,000 more per year than a traditional hall. The next biggest difference is going to be the bathroom. So a suite style typically has your own private bathroom that just you and your roommate share, where your traditional hall is a community bathroom with the floor. And your last major difference is what we call a living learning community, or an LLC for short, and that's living in the same building or the same wing as others within your academic area. This is just a cost of attendance breakdown. The numbers that you see are per year. As an out-of-state student, you will want to look at that middle and far out-of-state column. The difference between these is if you graduate high school with a 3.0 GPA or higher, we do offer what we consider our tuition discount. So always finishing your senior year strong to be able to land in that middle row. If you are a senior, we are on rolling admission, so our application is still open at sru.edu/apply. It's an online application, $30 application fee, as well as we are test optional from this point forward. We do just need your official high school transcript from your high school guidance counselor. If you're a junior or below, we do have to wait until you physically complete junior year, and the application typically opens in the summer prior to your senior year of high school. Along with cost of tuition also comes financial aid and scholarships. We just encourage students to typically apply prior to December 1st, and always remembering to file your FAFSA, that free application for federal student aid, so we can produce you a financial aid award letter. This is just our general contact information. I will drop my email address in the chat feature. If anyone has any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to share and assist you in your college search process. Thank you so much for being here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much to Slippery Rock for joining us. And last but certainly not least, we are going to hear from Newman University, and then we're going to have some time to ask at least one question for all of our reps. So without further ado, Newman University.
All right. Share my screen here and we'll get going. All right, welcome everyone. My name is Christine Gibble. I am the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admission here at Newman University, two-time Newman alum. So I got my bachelor's and my master's at Newman, and I'm excited that you're learning more about my alma mater tonight. First, want to frame for you where Newman University is located. So we're about 25 minutes south of Philadelphia and driving distance from the New Jersey beaches and New York. And we're also very close to the Pennsylvania-Delaware line.
Hey, Christine, I'm so sorry to interrupt. We're on your presentation view, the black and gray screen.
So sorry. Yeah.
No problem at all. I think if you click display settings up there,
yeah.
I don't know if that'll do it.
Let me exit this view. All right, how's that look now?
Okay, now we're in business.
Perfect.
So sorry about that.
No, that's totally fine. So we were founded in 1965 by the Sisters of St. Francis of Philadelphia. We are a Catholic education in the Franciscan tradition. So you're looking at a Catholic education throughout your 4 years. And then we are known for our job placement and career development, and 100% of our students complete an internship or clinical experience or student teaching, some sort of experiential learning in their field so that they can add it to their resume and get that career development that they need to network and get jobs. So approximately 2,400 undergraduate students at Newman. We offer 48 different academic majors. Average class size is about 22, pretty small, probably what you're used to in high school. We also offer a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio, 24 Division III varsity athletic teams at Newman. We offer 4 different residence halls on campus, and it's considered suite style living. And then 99% of students receive some sort of merit aid, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to financial aid. Like I said, we have 48 different academic majors, and they're listed here on the screen for you. Everything from accounting to biology, clinical lab science, which is a medical lab position, to communication and digital media and business. We offer a couple different tracks for criminal justice. New to the university in the fall this year was cybersecurity and data science analytics, and those fields are very much on the rise. Also offer education as well as nursing. So Newman is known for our nursing program, and we see many, many applicants for our nursing program each year. We also offer what are called pre-programs. So pre-professional programs, anywhere where you see pre, you need more than just a bachelor's degree. So we offer pre-engineering and pre-law, pre-pharmacy and pre-PT, as well as psychology and social work. And if none of these really strike you, we also offer undecided, so you can kind of pick and choose what you'd like to do from our list of majors. We want you to be successful in the classroom, and we offer what's called the Hub at Newman. And inside the Hub is tutoring and writing services, disability services. So if you have an IEP, you would coordinate with the disability services office, academic coaching. So high school is very regimented. You go from class to class to class, and you repeat 5 days a week. And some students struggle with the time management in college, and academic coaching is really to help you with that time management skill and hone in on that. We also offer career and personal development. Because we require 100% of our students to complete an internship, career and personal development is going to be your best friend. They help you with your resume writing and your interviewing skills, as well as they have a list of internships, both paid and unpaid, where students have either completed them before or employers have reached out looking for students. Here are the athletic teams at Newman. So we have varsity teams, both men and women's, as well as club teams. And we're Division III. I want to repeat that again. So there are pros and cons to Division III. The pro is that you're playing against likability smaller teams, so you're more likely to see playing time. The con is that because we are D3, we can't give out additional scholarships for sports on our campus. Okay, so the application process. Very complicated, right? And all schools have different requirements, so I'll go through Newman's requirements. We are currently on the Common App as well as our website directly, and both are free. We have an early action deadline of December 1st, which is non-binding. And then after that, we're rolling admission. So whenever you complete your application, we'll have a decision out to you, probably about 10 to 14 business days. We have moved test optional, and that looks different at other universities. So Newman specifically, you need to have a minimum 2.5 cumulative GPA for me to review your application using just your high school transcript. If a student is required to submit SAT or ACT scores or a letter of recommendation or an essay, I, as the admissions counsel, will reach out to the student and request those documents specifically. Also listed on the screen there is the Newman University Federal School Code for your FAFSA. So the first thing you want to start thinking about once you apply to schools is financial aid and how you're going to pay for school, right? So FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid, and I would encourage everyone to complete it. Through the FAFSA process, you get what's called an EFC, or Estimated Family Contribution, and schools use that EFC to put together financial aid packages for you. Put in our school code, and Newman will give you a financial aid package. We offer a merit scholarship to every student who is admitted to the university, and there on the screen, you'll see the breakdown for you. So we're offering this year somewhere between $10,000 and $19,000 based on the student's cumulative GPA. You'll see the breakdown of GPAs there on the screen. The higher your GPA, the more the merit scholarship. And I know this sounds cliche and you've probably heard it 1,000 times before, but do well in school. The better you do in school, the more merit scholarship I can give you, the more affordable your education is going to be. We also offer other scholarships and grants. So we are Catholic education and give students a $3,000 grant if they go to a Catholic high school and graduate. give a nursing award for $2,000 for those students who are majoring in nursing. We also give a residential grant of $3,000 just to help offset the cost of living on campus. We also offer a legacy award. So mom, dad, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa have graduated from Newman, get an additional $1,000. And then new this year, we're offering what's called a first generation grant. So any student whose neither mother or father have achieved a bachelor's degree qualify for a $1,000 first generation grant. I want to encourage everyone to visit our campus. We are currently doing on-campus tours, weekdays as well as select Saturdays. And I wish everyone luck with their college search. I know it's a struggle, but I'm sure you guys will get through.
Thank you so much to Newman University for wrapping us up. What I want to do now is actually invite all of our representatives to go ahead and turn on their screen, and we're going to just ask at least one, maybe two questions. So if everybody wouldn't mind answering in the same order that you presented in. The first question is going to be, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? So we'll start with Edinboro University.
I would say my favorite event on campus is actually just our daily visit programs. I enjoy meeting with the families and the students, whether it's their first time visiting, their second time visiting, and just sharing my love and enthusiasm for the university and just showing you around campus and answering the questions that you may have about being a possible college student at our campus.
I think one of the exciting and unique things that I've got to witness as a tradition on the Messiah campus is a formal rivalry that has stayed ignited even though the school has left our conference. Elizabethtown College, which is not too far away, and Messiah compete every year in what's referred to as the Marshmallow Game, which is where all the fans, all the students in the fan section, they bring bags of marshmallows to the soccer game between the two men's teams in the falls, no matter who hosts it, since we're about a half hour away from each other. And every time the ball comes close to that sideline, the players are pelted with marshmallows from our fans. And I just think it's a hilarious tradition that's really fun to watch.
Very nice. Moravian, you're next. And Dawn, we can, looks like you're unmuted, but we cannot see you at this point. So on the bottom of Zoom, there should be that button for you to turn on your video.
Okay.
Perfect. There you go. Now you've
Very
got the
good.
floor.
Okay. As far as I just want to include some other information that I didn't quite have time for to put, if more information for you. We do award 98% of our students with financial aid, and we have financial aid that's over $40 million that we do award each and every year. And as far as our student, our student ratio as far as classes is 17-1, and as far as our faculty student ratio, it's 11 students for one faculty member. Also, we do have over 20% of our students do go as far as for, we have 8 Greek houses altogether, 4 fraternities and 4 sororities. And so 20% of our students do get involved in Greek life. And for that, most of our, as far as Greek life, does involve some type of service to our community. And Bethlehem, at one time had Bethlehem Steel. And so a lot of the parents, students from Bethlehem Steel went to Moravian because of what we did have to offer them, just in terms of the kind of reputation that we did have as far as for our student body. So service is a large part, not only for students, but for faculty, as well. And we do have 21 sports right now altogether. Our newest sport is coming about this year, or we added it this year, is swimming. So for anyone who is a really good swimmer, that's our newest sport that we do have. And we have all of our traditional sports as well for both men and women. And we hope that, for students who really do enjoy sports, that If you don't want to join a varsity sport team, we have 10 intramural club teams, on our campus as well. So those are things that I did want to get out, and I wanted to make sure that, and I thank you that I have the opportunity to do that, because a lot of those things are quite important to students out there. And by the way, we are test optional. That will not influence at all in terms of scholarships out there. If you choose to send in the scores, you may. And if not, you certainly don't have to. And this is something that in all probability, it looks like we probably will maintain, as far as our test optional status. And for one, I think that's a good sign, because I think taking the total student's academic record, into account, and especially, the high school record, 9 through 12, 10 through 12. And to one of my colleagues earlier who said about the better the grades, at times, the more scholarship money is available. Of course, very true. So for
Sean, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you.
Oh,
We got to keep moving down the
sure,
line.
no problem.
Just to get us.
Thanks for the
Yeah, and-
opportunity again.
No,
Thank you.
sure, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, so moving on with what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? We're now going to hear from Slippery Rock University.
Oh, so this one's kind of very hard to choose. So Slippery Rock has 4 major traditions, but 2 of my favorite traditions, one is the hello tradition, just walking by people you know and just saying hello, or people you don't know. It really truly makes us a really friendly campus, and that's something that I love. And then my second favorite tradition is called Green and White Fridays. So every Friday you wear your Slippery Rock gear or something green and white to show your school spirit. So I love on Fridays being able to walk across campus and seeing everybody in their Slippery Rock gear.
I think at Newman, probably one of my favorite traditions is what's called the best day ever. So every year, probably around the last day of classes, on campus, we have what's called the best day ever, and we have a day-long bash. It'll start at 8 in the morning with breakfast from Chick-fil-A to a DJ on the lawn in the afternoon. We've done things where we've had food trucks come to campus for various different events and things like that. Best day ever is really just a send off to our seniors and just a great day on campus. I really enjoy it.
Good deal. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for sharing a little bit more about your institutions. I'm thrilled that we had time for that. As we're wrapping up, we are coming to the end of our time together. I just wanted to kind of finish off with some more housekeeping items on this. Students, as you exit this webinar, you're going to have access to just a really brief survey to kind of tell us how this virtual fair is going for you and how the session went. So please feel free to answer that, as it helps StriveScan plan these fairs out in the future as well. And there are some additional sessions, as I mentioned at the beginning, happening the following hour. So those will be taking place at 7 o'clock Eastern. And so please sign up for those. We would love to have you here to learn about some more institutions. And we will have this recording as well as all session recordings available within about a week or so. And so you will be able to access those by going to strivescan.com/Ohio. And so I know that I speak for all of our college representatives when I say thank you for joining us. And we hope that what you have heard and learned this evening kind of helps guide you along as you are learning and gathering information about colleges and universities. So thank you again to our representatives for joining us and your time. And thank you to those coming in as our guests this evening. Thank you so much, and have a great evening and stay safe. Bye-bye.